There's a con job coming, and coming from BioWare. You've seen it before, I've seen it before, we've fallen for it before. Like a spouse on your couch afraid of finally being kicked out, BioWare is trying to gaslight its way back into our heart, using a hidden network of semi-paid but not really paid influencers who use nostalgia like a weapon against our better judgment, playing on the idea that because things were good once, they can be again. These are frauds who benefit from our relationship with BioWare, and we should know them already. It's the same faces, the same words, the same message, from Andromeda to Anthem to Dragon Age. This isn't just YouTubers, it's digital photographers, journalists and online personalities, digital artists and cosplayers, and their job is to promote the next thing. To use digital photography as an example, they get rewarded with non-cash prizes. These are usually collector's items not available to the general public. They're awarded for hitting certain engagement targets on social media. X number of likes and shares, that kind of thing. They don't have to disclose the fact they're receiving something for their opinions because it's a quote-unquote prize. They aren't always easy to identify. In the case of BioWare though, no sooner had they washed their hands after promoting the Veilguard, than they were quickly taking the time to preemptively push back at what we were thinking about the next Mass Effect. They didn't take the time to apologize, they didn't take the time to let you think and form your own opinion. They formed ranks behind BioWare and stood firm, before setting out to manipulate their followers into repeating a new message, and establishing memes to control the narrative before people could state the obvious. The meme that new writers have real talent, the meme that veteran developers are working on the game, the meme that this next game will be different, photorealistic, and that a different team are working on Mass Effect. You don't have to look far to find people repeating that message today. By the way, that last one isn't even true. BioWare Edmonton were moved straight on to Mass Effect when they were finished with Veilguard, and the Mass Effect team helped to make Dragon Age. It's the exact same people. But don't let that get in the way of corporate messaging. Now, we're all familiar with people like Shinobi, Dantix, and Access journalists who blatantly lie about games before they come out. It's how they make a living. They're easy to spot. What's not as easy to spot are people we trust. People who told us Veilguard was their game of the year and their I played the Veilguard reviews. And people willing to sign NDA agreements for plane tickets, hotel rooms, and a spot on community councils that are kept secret from the community and run by corporate heads at EA. People unwilling to tell the truth because that would be bad for their relationship with new BioWare, and probably even leave them in legal trouble with EA. Some are innocent victims who didn't know what they were getting into, others not so much. I'm going to be pessimistic for a moment. I think their jobs are to lie to us, with a face that you can trust. And why wouldn't we trust them? They believe in all the things that we do, they fly our colours, and are on our team. They vote the way you vote and watch and like the shows you like. But when it comes to the things we're passionate about and people we trust, we often blind ourselves to what we're really looking at. So a quick quiz. How long did it take after Veilguard's failure before there was a message coming from BioWare through Veilguard's online support structure about Mass Effect? 2 days before launch. I've reviewed the tweets trying to catch up since mid-December, and on the 29th, New Bio got on the front foot preemptively to try and shift the narrative away from Mass Effect. Most people either missed that or didn't recognize what it was, dissociative marketing designed to memory hole your thoughts on the matter. BioWare will not Veilguard Mass Effect, the influencers told us, who gave it Game of the Year just a few days earlier. This is the exact same pattern we saw after Anthem and Andromeda. It is the exact same pattern we got when Dreadwolf was rebooted 3 times over, and the message was delivered by the exact same people. But it's not without hope. There are a few people being honest with you, and you've seen them being honest. The artist formerly known as Ploppy54, now known as TK Games 54, Mr. Matty Plays and Mr. Holthan being the most prominent among them. People like Big Dan who are too big for BioWare to squash, no pun intended. People willing to say what they think despite the fact they make money from BioWare content and the BioWare gear store. People putting their necks on the line to be honest with you about what they're seeing, hearing, and what they're playing through. The patterns are there, good and bad. Not just in the behaviour of new BioWare, but the messaging that comes afterward from influencers who care naught for your thoughts and feelings, and from those who do. It's up to you to recognise which is which. But like a loser spouse on the couch, every time you forgive the former, it gets easier for them to lie to you, because you've already forgiven them before. Our mutual friends will always back them up, and they always know exactly what to say to get us running back again, because what they have to say is corporate controlled, focus group tested rhetoric. You are smarter than that, and you will always be smarter than that. Don't lie to yourself and don't believe the people lying to your face. Their relationship with the company is more important to them than any amount of subs, likes, or follows. They have already sold their souls, and if they could sell somebody else's, they'd probably do that too. When Mass Effect 5 comes out, and it will eventually, it will be up to you and you alone to decide if it is up to your standards. It will be for you to decide if it is good, great, or a waste of your time and resources. It will be on all of us as a community to form a consensus based off our own feelings and not the memes, the politics, or what we think of social media influencers and their followers, or what we think they might say about us if we dare to comment what we're really thinking. This is TG Burger. Yesterday, today, and just kidding. Have fun out there, guys, and stay vigilant.